So if there's a knife in that car that has blood on it, that's Harley's. How can we explain that since she doesn't use that knife to cut herself at all? How do we explain how Harley's blood would get on that knife?
You guys know something I don't?
On June 16, 2020, in Cowlitz County, Washington, Tiberius A. Veazie was brought in for questioning in connection with the death of Faith S. Ortega, who had died as a result of vehicular homicide. Spoiler details are in the video description, and the results of the case are at the end of the video.
Okay, so explain to me how it came about where you and Harley decided to go up and visit with Kaylee.
She kept talking about weddings and her favorite cars and shit.
We're talking about Harley, we kept talking, okay.
Yeah, and I was like, alright, so what's your favorite car? She's like, your car, your old one. I'm like, oh, you mean the little two-door Honda Coupe? She's like, yeah, this thing went really fast. I was like, is that what you want? She's like, well, I want a Honda Civic, but not something so tiny. I'm like, okay. So I messaged around all over the United States, like I was dedicated to get her a car. Well, my sister messaged me, she told me that she was rebuilding hers, because they got into a car crash. Which is the one that I'm here for.
Okay.
And I didn't tell Harley until he got up there, and she got really, really drunk with my help. I just like feeding people alcohol.
Harley got really, really drunk?
Yeah.
What day was that?
Yesterday.
Yesterday she did?
Last night, yesterday. I let her drink whenever.
Before we get to yesterday, what did you guys do up at Kaylee's house this last weekend?
This last weekend we smoked and drank a little bit. I mean, well, me and Harley...
When you smoked, what are we talking? Marijuana, methamphetamine?
No. All I have in my system is THC and CBD and alcohol.
Okay. So when you say you smoked and drank, are we talking about marijuana?
Yeah. I smoked pot.
Okay.
And I drank alcohol.
Okay. And that's what you guys just kind of hung out at Kaylee's for the most part this weekend, or did you guys go out somewhere?
We went out to Tacoma, which really felt out of bounds for me, because, I don't know.
Tacoma's not your thing?
No. The first time I went up there, I yelled a word out there, and, like, there was no racist comments made back, and it was quiet. It's like when the coronavirus...
What'd you yell?
The N-word. It was a ghost town. I had to test it. Test your mic, kind of. Or even knocked out before, so...
Okay. So you just randomly threw that word
out
there?
Yeah, it just echoed, and it scared me. I was an empty town when I first went up there.
What did you do that for, you said? Just
I'm always down for a fight. Right now I'm too scared.
Okay. You're always down for a fight, so when you said they blurted out the N-word, you were looking for a fight?
Always, yeah.
Okay. So Kaylee was she drunk most of the weekend, or just really bad last night?
Harley.
I'm sorry. Harley.
I was drunk really bad last night. We were drinking these margaritas in a can.
Okay.
There's like 20 of them. That was
Okay.
the worst idea to ever feed a Latina chick. I found that out a little late. But like afterwards, she wouldn't really she was responsive, but she wouldn't move all that much. Besides, like when I put on the brakes, she'd slide off the leather seats to the floor.
Before we get to that part, did you guys go to sleep last night at Kaylee's house?
She went to sleep in the room with the girls.
She slept in the room last night? And what about you?
I slept on the couch.
So when you say Harley slept in the room with the girls, we're talking about Kaylee and Harmony. She slept in the same room as they did. And you slept where?
I slept in the living room.
And at some point in time, you woke up first, or she woke up first?
I woke up to Caden coming out. Man, I gotta stop crying.
It's okay, I understand.
I just don't know what I would have told anyone else. I disappeared for God knows how long this time.
Caden woke up first and woke you up.
Okay. Asked if we wanted to get the shit ready. It was hella early.
I'm sorry, your tone is a little low.
It was hella early in the morning.
It was hella early?
Is
it still dark? Still dark?
4.
Okay, so still dark, okay.
Oh, yeah.
You end up, after Caden wakes you up, do you then in turn go wake up Harley? Do I have that right? Okay.
So I don't really think about anyone else besides once, and I kind of got put in check for that.
Okay, if given the amount of alcohol Harley consumed, did you have trouble getting her up?
Yes and no. She likes to be carried, so I really couldn't say she had a difficult time getting up, as difficult as some bratty females can be.
Okay.
I didn't know how else to put that.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
But when I put her in the car from there, she was drunk. So we had to move shit from car to car. We had to switch it because I was buying the Honda, which you can't really buy a Honda if you can't drive it.
Okay. So you switched your stuff out into another vehicle?
Yeah. Took Harley once we got done, moved her to our vehicle later back there. I didn't think about a seatbelt because I usually honestly don't, unless I'm driving.
I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah, I mean,
what part of the car did you put Harley in?
The very back seat.
Was she able to walk herself to the car, or did you have to carry her?
I usually carry her, so that's what she does.
I'm not asking about what you usually do. I'm asking about the specific time.
No.
Did she walk to the car?
No, I carried her.
You carried her? Okay. Was she alert?
Yeah, she knew enough that it was me and to be comfortable.
Okay. She was still a little bit passed out, or?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I put her in the back so it's nice and open.
Okay. So she laid down in the back seat of the car?
And while we cleaned up, switched the tire, got everything else done for the Honda.
And bear in mind, I was never at the accident scene. What kind of car was it?
2010 Honda Civic.
Okay. And she was in the back seat of that?
Yeah.
And
I feel like
was she laying down sleeping?
Without a seatbelt.
Okay, without a seatbelt. And you were the driver?
With a seatbelt.
Was there anybody else in the vehicle? Okay. And tell me about the drive from the Gig Harbor area
so
to where
at night
to
it was
Castle Rock.
peaceful, quiet, a little scary getting out of Tacoma though to the freeway or Gig Harbor. There's these windy roads that are really sharp, and I almost ate shit so many times getting out of there by GPS because there's this corner and then there's this corner and there's multiple corners around that. It's either you hit dirt or you hit concrete, and I don't know which one to decide, so it's kind of both. But we were driving and driving and driving. Got lost in Olympia for a minute at a Shell, trying to ask for gas. One was closed. Did you know there's like 2 or 3 down there in Olympia?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't, and I have lived there for 6 years. 6 years ago, never knew there was 2 or 3 of them. But I drove to one. It said it was closed. I'm like, well, on your website it says 24/7. Oh, it's 50 feet that way. So I drove 50 feet down the street, and there was another one right near the freeway. And, all these people were sitting out of it. The door said, I'll be back in an hour, but it's also a 24/7 store. So I waited for a little bit, asked people around if I could hand them $8 cash, if they had a debit card, if they could put $8 in my tank so I go home. Everyone kept saying, no, go ask this chick or go ask this dude. So I went to ask the chick, she said, no, go ask the dude around the corner. I asked him, he said, yeah. She showed me a card and walked over to my gas tank and put $20 in it after I checked his ID because he had like a stack of cards. They were all his, but he had like a stack of cards. And he put $20 in it. I left Harley for a minute in the car because when she's crawled up in a ball, she could probably fit in the chair you're in right now.
Okay.
Yeah. And so she wasn't really noticeable. I just walked around the parking lot, filled up my gas tank. My car's on. I don't really fear people in Olympia stealing my shit. If anything, my girl wakes up, she'll kill you because it's my car. So. I'll probably not kill you though. She'll probably just scream.
Okay. And then the drive all the way to Castle Rock?
Everything was just nice. Besides when it really started raining, like bad. I don't even know where it came from. It was nice and drizzle. Then it just got worse and worse. And I don't know. I like to test speed sometimes.
Were you testing speed this morning a little bit?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
And the experts, which I'm not a traffic expert, but they'll be able to determine how fast your car was going. How fast do you think you were probably going?
50, 60 for, let's hear, the normal speed limit, so like 80, 90.
Okay, 80 or 90. Okay. And what happened that caused you to veer off the road?
I really don't know.
I don't know.
It's so many determining factors to the rain getting in the brakes, and your brakes being too wet that I've had that happen before because they're not getting enough brakes, or the fact that I hydroplaned one direction and then tried to correct myself and it fucked off and hydroplaned the other direction, or I was just not going as slow as I thought, which I officially thought of right now, or I wasn't going as slow as I thought.
You've kind of taken the shotgun approach to the cause for the collision. Do you happen to know which one of those it was? Did you know? Did you hydroplane? Did you? You talk about brakes. I mean,
I know.
Were you trying to brake? I guess we'll start there.
So as soon as it hit water that I felt, it went this way. So I turned my wheel this way to make my car go this way, and then all I felt was just to go this way. And then I woke up upside down.
Did you hit another car or anything like that?
I think so. I don't know.
Okay. The whole time, from the time you left Kaylee's house to the time that you wrecked the car, was Harley in the back seat of the car that entire time laying down?
Yeah. Yes and no. I brake sometimes really hard because I do speed a lot, and I can't really help that. I just like to get from point A to point B, and if I don't get caught driving without a driver's license or anything, even the better. Go park it near my friend's car that has a driver's license, say it's his later, be done.
Okay, so I'm not confused here. Let me back up a little bit.
Sorry.
The car that you guys drove up there, what car was that?
That was Harley's birthday present, but it was my sister's car because we hadn't paid for it yet. She gave it to us.
What kind of car was that?
2010 Honda Civic.
So the car that you drove up there is the same car you drove back?
Yeah, the car she picked us up in, and it's the same car that we drove back. We just had to fix a tire. And pay $800.
Okay, I heard a little bit of a car switch, so I want to make sure I understand.
She got a Mitsubishi yesterday morning, afternoon, till late night. And then they went and partied for a little bit while I sat around and smoked a little bit.
You said she got a Mitsubishi. Who's she?
Kaylee.
Kaylee
got a Mitsubishi, yeah, my sister. So we could switch shit out, plus it's cool.
So, I'm sorry, you guys went to Kaylee's house in the Honda Civic, right?
Yes.
And you left the house in the Honda Civic. So I'm confused as to why there was any kind of vehicle swap going on as far as moving stuff.
Because her Honda Civic, she had to rebuild, and as a present, she went and got her Mitsubishi, so my girl can have her dream car.
Okay.
Yes. So I asked my sister, I was like, you don't really drive your Honda anymore since you got in the wreck, right? She's like, no, but I rebuilt it and it runs. Just needs new battery terminals and some other shit. I'm like, easy shit to fix. All you do is go to Cowlitz Auto Parts and buy a toolbox. It's pretty simple. But
when you guys first went to Kaylee's house on Friday, where were you leaving from?
7th and C, my friend's apartments. We stayed up there for 2 nights. Those apartments.
Which is in what city?
Vancouver.
So you left from Vancouver when you went to Kaylee's house. Okay.
Still kind of scared.
And you drove from Vancouver to Kaylee's house in that Honda Civic.
Kaylee drove. She came and picked us up from Gig Harbor.
Kaylee drove.
Up. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because I didn't have a car that worked. Because my ex-girl, not Harley, the other one, took my Buick.
Okay.
Her Buick in her name. But
so again, I got to recap to make sure I understand this correctly. Kaylee came down from the Gig Harbor area to pick up you and Harley, and brought you and Harley back up to her house near Gig Harbor, and then when you and Harley left, you left in the Honda Civic that she picked you up in.
Yes.
I'm starting to make sense.
And that's so sporadic.
No, it's okay. That was just my confusion. That was my fault. So, how many times have you driven this Honda Civic?
Today.
Today's the first time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So from 4 o'clock in the morning to 7:06 is what they said. That's it.
So is it fair to say then this is the first time that Harley's been in the vehicle too?
Yeah, it'd be the last.
I know it'd be the last, but
I'm really trying to make myself smile in the darkest ways, and it's really not working right now. It's coming though.
Yeah, it's hard. I understand. But had Harley ever been in that Honda Civic prior to today? Prior to her getting
prior
picked
to
up?
the car crash?
Well, she got picked up in it, right?
Yes.
She
also got put in it because she was drunk and needed air. The night we were cleaning them out and swapping.
Okay. Was the first time that Harley was ever in that 2010 Honda Civic that when Kaylee came down to Vancouver and picked you guys up, was it the first time she'd ever been inside her dream car, Honda Civic?
Yeah, but
right?
she didn't know it. She thought it was a different car.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure that that was the first time she'd ever been in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So was Harley inside of that vehicle any time, that Honda Civic, any time between the time she was picked up in Vancouver by Kaylee and the time that you left early this morning? Was she in that car at all in between?
Uh-huh.
Okay. How many times do you think?
Once or twice, me and her would sometimes go out and smoke, because we can't really smoke in the house.
Okay. And obviously when you were driving back here, she was in the back seat. Can you explain to me her seat position the other times that she was in the vehicle? Let's start from the first one. When Kaylee came down to Vancouver and picked you guys up, which seat was Harley in when you guys drove back?
So it goes driver for Kaylee or Caden, because they both drive stick and auto. Caden's here. It'd be me and then Harley. So Harley would be behind passenger side and I'd be behind driver's side.
So okay, when you guys got picked up in Vancouver,
yeah,
Harley's seat position was behind the front passenger seat. Understood. We know on the way back she was laying down in that same back seat. What about the times in between throughout the weekend?
We either had, they have a lot of trucks and cars up there. It was either or, just a whole...
I'm just specifically asking about the times that Harley was inside the Honda Civic.
There wasn't really a whole lot, besides just to go to a friend's house.
Okay.
So she got not a whole lot to do for it.
She was inside the car when you guys drove up to Kaylee's house. She was inside the car when you guys drove back from Kaylee's house.
She was in the car when we went to Mimi's house in Tacoma, too.
Okay. And which seat position was she in then?
She was behind me in the middle. So that way, because usually she'll lay her head on my shoulder and I'll leave my seat all the way back.
So were you in the driver's seat?
Passenger.
You were in the passenger seat. So who was driving it?
Kaylee.
Kaylee was driving it. You were in the passenger seat and she was behind you in the middle?
Yes.
Okay.
Laying down on my shoulder, because that's how she sleeps.
Laying down on your shoulder, like leaning forward? Because she's behind you.
Yeah,
so
she's leaning, so I have my seat all the way back. She's tiny enough to where she can actually lay down on the middle console.
Now I'm picturing it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go for the seat positions, I guess. Has Harley ever driven that Honda Civic?
Nope.
Has she ever been in the front passenger seat of that vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
I put her there to see how she felt.
Has she ever been anywhere besides the front passenger seat and the back seat?
I mean, honestly, she has just sat in the driver's seat with her legs outside the car or her legs inside the car with the door open, but she's too scared to drive.
Okay. Has she been anywhere else in that car other than those seats that we've talked about?
Sitting-wise or just in general?
Just in general.
To put stuff in the trunk. Like our backpack is full of our bandanas that's in there now.
She's got inside the trunk. Has she ever climbed inside the trunk?
Not of that car, but of my Buick, because it was big, she could lay out fully in the back of that trunk.
That's kind of convenient when you have a car that you can lay out. And was this a car like that you could lay this car on?
Had the trunk been emptied, perfectly fine, or pushed all the shit pushed back, definitely. We could have both laid in there and slept.
Okay, but that wasn't the situation. She couldn't sleep in there, and she never did.
If she wanted to, she could have.
Okay, well, let me ask you this: did Harley ever sleep inside that trunk of that Honda Civic?
Not that I honestly can tell you. She's usually either next to me or in a different room with my sister having girl time.
Okay. And this weekend, was there, for the most part, this weekend was the trunk full enough that nobody would be able to sleep back there or fit back there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, before we transferred, it was full of parts for the Honda. Then we threw those away because they were bullshit.
Okay. Let me start by understanding Harley a little bit, since I don't know her and I've never met her, and you do know her. I'm going to ask you some questions about her so I can get to know her a little bit. How was she? Was she a normal person? Did she have a drug abuse problem? Did she have any mental illness? Did she have any of those things?
So she suffered from long PTSD and abusive relationships because of her exes.
Okay.
Angel Hertig, I don't know if you guys heard of him. Seems like everyone has so far. Or Jonathan Hertig.
She had PTSD based on prior relationships, bad relationships?
Yeah.
Okay. And did that cause her did she have to take any medication for any of her illnesses?
She's tried it, but she was in the same boat I was. After a while, if you're going to suppress my emotions, then you shouldn't even try and get to know me.
Okay. Other than the PTSD, did she have any other any mental illnesses?
Yeah, she had epilepsy.
Okay, that's not a mental illness,
Oh,
but
sorry,
no, that's okay. She had epilepsy, so she had seizures from time to time. Okay. Have you seen her have one of those seizures before?
Yeah, before we headed back from Mimi's house, my sister's iPhone flashed, and it locked her into a seizure hella quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was, where was that at?
It was in the car, Mimi's house, heading from Tacoma to go back home.
Okay.
Because it was almost like 11, somewhere around there. I can't remember. It's around there somewhere. I went to bed at some point around there.
Which day was that?
Day before today.
The day before. So yesterday is when Harley most recently had a seizure?
Yeah.
Okay. She didn't have any seizures today that you know of?
No, she was just quiet.
She was just quiet today?
And she mumbled, but she was drunk, so I left it alone.
Okay, so did she have any other ailments other than what we talked about? We talked about the PTSD, and we talked about the epilepsy. Did she have any other ailments?
Self-destructing tendencies.
Self-destructing tendencies? Like what?
I understand females are used to getting cheated on or left for younger women. I do get that. At the same time, though, if I'm going to explain to you that I will not do anything without asking, I kind of mean that she has those type of issues.
Okay.
She is a free spirit, and I do give her that, but I do accept questions.
Some people, when they say self-destructive, I'm not sure what that means, but some people it might mean they're cutters, or they harm themselves.
I've been there.
What's that?
Been there.
You've been there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Since you're 10 years old.
I'm glad you're not doing that anymore.
I'm not going to lie, I really want to now, and talking actually is...
Well, we don't want you to do that. What about Harley? Did she have any of those type of issues?
Yeah, she's into choking, or people choking her.
Okay.
And that's 50-50 for me, because I do enjoy it. At the same time, though, I know her background and how abused she is.
Okay.
So it's scary.
She's got a background of abuse, but she enjoys choking.
She enjoys a lot, but yeah.
She enjoys it from a sexual standpoint, I assume that's what you're saying?
Yeah.
And when's the last time, if you don't mind me asking, you guys engaged in sexual behavior that involved choking? Thursday, so that didn't happen at all while you were at Kaylee's house?
She asked for a break with Pete because she hurt too much.
Because she what?
She hurt too much.
Okay. She was in pain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so we're kind of on the topic of self-destruction. We talked about PTSD, epilepsy, and then she's also into choking. Has she ever been involved? You showed me some cuts on your arms from most scars. Did she ever do that type of behavior?
Yes and no. It's not for the same reason. It's for arousal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she was into other things other than choking for arousal?
Yeah.
What else was she into for arousal?
Over dominance, it seems.
Okay.
So, like, I can say one thing and her not listen, and then I'll be not wanting to forcibly have her look at me or pay attention, but it would sound like it, and it would either A, scare her and turn her on, or just turn her on, and I 50-50 on that too.
Okay.
It's going to self-destruct also.
Okay. Specifically, and I'm talking from a non-sexual standpoint, did she inflict injury or pain upon herself?
No, not on purpose that I know of.
Okay.
I mean, besides the one time we all forgot that the fucking torch tip was red hot, and we all touched it because it looked cool.
Okay.
But, I mean...
Yeah, what I'm getting at, she wasn't a cutter or anything like that. She wasn't like cut like you showed me your arm.
She used to be, but not as severe as I am.
Okay.
I won't.
When you say she used to be, would she have scars on her arms to
They were
that?
like they were cute. They looked like paper cuts.
Okay.
I used to kind of make fun. It's like, well, if you're gonna do it, why not do it right? But you know, can't push people that far anymore.
And you've been with her for I apologize for that. You've been with her for 2 years?
Technically, we've been around each other for 2 years. We've only been together for 7 or so.
Okay, in the last 2 years, have you seen her do any type of self-harm that's not for sexual gratification?
Getting angry at her ex, Angel, yeah. She used to hit herself a lot.
She used to what?
She used to hit her head a lot.
Okay. In the 2 years that you guys have been dating, did she ever cut herself?
You know, I honestly never asked.
Have you ever,
truthful.
You've never seen it, though?
Never noticed it, but some people are sneaky.
So not that you know of?
Yeah, not that I know of.
Okay. Excuse me for a second.
This is the worst time to need a cigarette when I'm about to go to jail. I can feel it.
You know what, Tiberius, if, here in a minute, maybe we can take a break and get you a cigarette break before we move on, but,
I don't have any.
What's that? I think I have some.
Oh, fuck, dude, that'd be the greatest day ever. I left mine in the car.
You say it's the greatest day ever, but it might be a menthol, I'm not sure.
Those are what I prefer right now. So
Okay.
I think I actually get all this emotional bullshit out my throat.
Okay.
And swallowing mucus, and it's horrible.
Okay. So have you and I haven't talked too much about the relationship between you and Harley. Have you guys been doing well?
Yeah, I mean, it gets tipsy, topsy sometimes when we go around my sister's friend Harmony.
Okay. What you wore this weekend?
And I have taken her up there before once with my ex.
Does it get tipsy topsy because of Harley sees your flirtation with Harmony?
50-50. She sees it more from a female's perspective than my perspective, though. So she'll see Harley do it first and want to get at Harley. Okay. But I tell her, I was like, it's not something that I can honestly say that people can control. There's just a certain attractiveness that people have to each other. And unless if the female checks it, it cannot be checked. The dude's not going to do it, apparently. The other female's not going to check herself.
Okay. How are you and Harley getting along this weekend?
Perfect. I mean, we had one argument that was just about Harmony, and after that, we were perfectly fine.
How did that argument go?
Me and Harmony were playing on a dolly. She would come and check up on us every now and then, pushing each other around, flirting. And the third time, I felt something weird and off. So I walked down the gravel pit, and I went in the passenger back seat. I went to touch her face, and she frightened away from me. So I walked because I got mad and really, really scared because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. She usually doesn't. And I was like, wait, Angel, she's been abused. I shouldn't have walked away.
Okay.
Because that just leads to, what's it called? Abandonment. And I can't have that. So I went over there and I just grabbed her and I was like, what the fuck's your issue? And she's like, I ain't got an issue. I'm like, I'll have to bring the issue down here. I already figured after I come out of a situation, I think, walking down, I didn't think of ahead of time. I bring the issue down here. She's like, no, just sit. So I sat. We talked, and I felt like she wanted to punch me only because of the fact that she's just so fed up with being cheated on, and I would be in the same boat. I want to knock the motherfucker out too, to be honest. But we talked, and I told her countless times, I'm like, you look at me like you want to beat the shit out of me. And I still love you, even if you were to. You could run me over with this car right here. Go ahead. I'd still love you. Just don't kill me.
So obviously our job is to be thorough in all investigations, to include this one. So to be thorough in that investigation, we would have to contact Kaylee Lash, Caden, Harmony, contact all those people up north and find out what this weekend looked like.
They don't know.
What's that? What do you mean they don't know?
They don't know what happened.
Okay. Oh, they don't know what happened today. I see what you're saying.
I don't have my phone.
I see what you're saying. They don't know about Harley at this point. But what I'm getting at is we're going to be talking to those people and finding out what the relationship between you and Harley look like this weekend? If you guys got along well, if you're at button heads?
Psychology background check.
So that's why I'm just giving you the opportunity now to tell me, what the relationship was like between you and Harley this weekend.
It was
fighting a lot?
non-stop fucking loving and caring, besides select few arguments.
Okay, so the weekend went really, really well, a couple small arguments. Do I have that right?
I mean, just how guys flirt with really attractive things until you find out the wrong number. That's how it went for me. Flirted a lot. When I first went up there, pissed her off, although we weren't together, I was with my ex. And then she pointed that out to me, which got me attracted to her more, because my ex doesn't talk to me about things. She just kind of bubbled it up and just left. Harley talks to me, although it took some prying to get it out of her, but she actually sat there and talked. And then she goes and gets drunk and go flirts with the same fucking chick we just had a conversation about, but she's a female. So I accepted it. But
so if I ask Kaylee, hey, how did, when she finds out about this, and I asked her, hey, how did it look like Tiberius and Harley got along this weekend? She'd say, yeah, they seemed to get along okay. We had a couple small fights.
I could give you, let's see here, Moody, Kaylee, Justin Norris would be able to tell. Oh, no, I don't talk to him about our relationship because his bitches don't. Caden. I could almost give you like 4 or 5 people off tops. My ex Carol, although she'd probably hate to admit it. I wish I had my phone. I could show you how happy we were if I had my phone.
Okay.
I have endless pictures of her.
But Kaylee should tell me it was going well between you and Harley this weekend.
I wish I had my phone. I'd give you her number now.
I'll find it. It's okay.
You guys have a knack for finding people.
Yeah, but the answer is yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's one resemblance that hooks me the most that my sister brought out. She's like, if you fuck this one up like you did Caitlin, I'm just going to kill you. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, you openly gave your wife to another man to get married. I'm like, oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck you. You can't bring that up. I gave her away for a reason. You cannot bring that up. She's like, okay, are you going to do that with this one too? I just kind of sat there and I'm like, it's a fucked up question to ask.
People have issues in their relationships. That happens all the time. There's nothing wrong with you and Harley having some problems this weekend. What was your guys' biggest fight this weekend that you have to make?
Harmony. That was it.
Because of jealousy over Harmony?
Well, it wasn't really the jealousy. She understood where I came from because I've explained it. I've been a whore or a slut for at least over 10 years, so when I say it's going to take some time, it's going to take some time for me to get used to being a single person, not multiple.
Okay.
So she got that point that it was a female. It was the age bracket and my record that they both know about. Because I explain it to everyone. I have a record. I only could be here for this certain amount of days. This is what I'll tell you. When I want to tell you more, I will.
When you and Harley got into your spat over Harmony, did at any point in time it get physical between the two of you?
I wanted her to. And just for her, honestly, to let go of something, because she doesn't seem to have that. She doesn't seem to have a let go.
Okay, I'm not...
It would suck, but no, I've never been physical with her. She's never really been physical with me, besides just us.
So the answer is no?
Yeah.
There was no physical altercation between you two at all this weekend, and that's what Kaylee and Harmony and Caden would all tell me as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to go home. That's all I want to go home.
So, what about, are you a convicted felon, is that right? From something from a long time ago?
Yeah, I'm in the first-degree Class A felony.
You have a Class A felony, so you're not allowed to possess firearms, right?
A question on that, though. The blade thing is still the palm of your hand, right?
The what?
On probation or the sheriff's department, some felons aren't supposed to have a blade that's bigger than the palm of their hand.
Well, speaking of that,
heard of that,
do you have one or something?
Not on me, because like all my shit's in the car or not in this coat anymore, because people went through it. But I've always been curious. What way does that go? Up or down, or left or right? Because I have multiple knives, and I've always measured it by my hand, if I can carry it or not. But I can tell
If you have multiple knives in your transit, where do you keep those knives at?
In my brother Ian's car who I call Bubba.
Okay.
I don't go up there unless I want to sleep in the truck that's right next door. I don't use them besides to whittle.
So are there any of those type of knives or any knives at all in your Honda Civic?
If they didn't fly out like my phone hopefully did not, then yeah, maybe.
Assuming nothing flew out.
Okay, assuming there'd be one black-handled knife that looks like a straight razor, but it is not. It's a regular fold-out knife with a little clip on the back.
Okay. Is that the only knife that would be in that car?
That I could honestly think that I've had in my hands and her hands, yes. Okay. Can I definitely tell you if there's anything else in there? No.
You said it's been in both of your hands?
Yeah. It's her knife, but I hold it because she gets really depressed, and I am in fear of her doing something dumb.
Well, I was asking earlier about her being suicidal, and it sounds like she's not.
She isn't, but she gets stuck talking to her fucking ex sometimes because he'll post really cute things. And he used to be a really good guy.
Okay.
He just snapped. He posts really cute things, like I'll unblock him sometimes still. And I'll see shit on there. I'm like, I miss this day we were all at Charger Park. We used to call him Canada, because that's where I'm from Halifax, Nova Scotia. And then she commented on there, she's like, yeah, those were the good days when you weren't such a bitch. And I took her phone one time, she said, what are you doing? I was like, delete, block, throw your phone out the window, get in the car we're driving, fuck that. It's not how I depressed it.
Okay.
It's just shit like that.
Okay. So the knife that's in the car, that was her knife, but you've used it as well.
No.
You said you've taken it from her to keep her, because of her depression, you're concerned about her having a knife.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time you held that knife?
It's still the same day as the car crash. It's fucking ridiculous.
The same day as the car crash.
Fuck.
The car crash was
I fell asleep and thought it was a new day for a second. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, this is the early afternoon of that same day.
Fuck me. Okay, well.
Good to know.
Early as shit in the morning. I was honestly going to use that Shell's gas pump hose and put it in my gas tank without the nozzle. That was my first thought, and I was like, I got 2% left on my phone. Check one more Shell gas station, or this is the plan. It was either that or someone's gas line. To be honest, I need gas. I need to go home. I need to check in on Tuesdays.
I think we've lost sight of my last question. When's the last time you held that knife?
Like a few hours ago before the car crashed to almost try and get gas.
To almost try and get gas.
If it wouldn't have been for someone giving me $20 off of that.
So what did you need the knife for to try and get gas?
Fuel pump. Cut off the nozzle. It seemed like a smart idea. It wouldn't have worked. But it was the idea at that current point in time to get immediately home because I could not spend any more time in Olympia.
Okay. And when you get the knife out to potentially cut off a hose, I don't think it'd work. But anyways, when you do that, is Harley still in the back seat passed out, or where's she at this point? She's back there passed out, sleeping? Okay. And was she doing okay?
Yeah, I kept shaking her, and she kept going, huh? So at least she's a little bit knowing that I'm still there.
So she's still semi-alert?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I told her, I was like, I'm going to go walk around and go find someone before I put gas in it. And she's like, And then she just kind of, like, curbed out again. But she didn't. She wasn't really responsive.
Okay.
I probably should have paid attention.
When you decided to get the knife to potentially cut a nozzle, where was the knife at?
It was in the door.
Driver's side door?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then I put it, I think either in the middle console or under my seat, because I got scared of, I probably put it under my seat until the car flipped because I got scared of cops.
Okay.
I'd say I don't want to have a weapon on my lap, and you guys, not you guys in general, but cops flip out of me having a weapon so brandishing.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually throw that under my seat. So it still actually might be there.
Okay. And but you pulled that out of the door to potentially cut off the nozzle. Did you get out of the car with that knife at all?
Honestly, yeah. It wasn't open. I held it in the palm of my hand. It only shows a little bit here to put the handle and the blade itself together when it's folded here and a little bit here.
It's a folding knife, but when it's opened up, it's just exposed by a little bit. Like how big is the blade, do you think?
Maybe a little bit bigger, so like right here.
Okay.
It's not really that fat. It's only like this big.
Okay.
It would look like a straight razor.
Okay.
Shave was.
And what all have you used that knife for? Obviously, you've used it for potentially cutting up.
I'm not even gonna lie. I clean my nails with it.
You clean your nails with it?
Or I dab with it, or I throw it at trees, or whittle, or be a kid.
Have you ever cut yourself with that knife?
Not that knife specifically. I threw those ones away.
Okay.
I use razor blades actually.
Has Harley ever cut herself with that knife?
No, not to bleed.
Not to bleed.
She would. She wouldn't make herself bleed, but she would run it along certain parts of her hands and her arms.
But not wouldn't
But
put enough force on it to cause the skin to break and to bleed. Okay. Just kind of drag it type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So to your knowledge, Harley's never cut herself with that knife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are there any other knives in the car other than the one that we just spoke about that you know of?
Not that I know of.
Okay. And again, that's assuming nothing fell out. Okay. Obviously you guys have only been in possession of that car for a short period of time. What's that?
3 hours.
I'm sorry?
3 fucking hours.
That's the extent of the time that you guys have been in possession
4
of that car.
o'clock in the morning to leave to 7:06 to crash the bitch in a 40-mile marker from home.
It was right at 7:06?
Yeah. Wow. At least you know where the fuck I was.
So, okay, has she ever been in the trunk of that vehicle before? And I'm not talking about putting stuff in, I'm talking about physically been inside of it. No? Okay. And obviously, Tiberius, you're a pretty smart guy. You're familiar with forensic evidence, right?
Yeah, I watch a lot of CSI.
Okay. So if there's a knife in that car that has blood on it that's Harley's, how can we explain that since she doesn't use that knife to cut herself at all? How do we explain how Harley's blood would get on that knife?
You guys know something I don't?
Yeah, that Harley's blood's on that knife. How did that happen?
I really don't know.
What's that?
I really don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Well, you were with Harley all weekend, were you not?
Yes, but I really don't know.
Okay. How about Harley? I've never seen Harley, so I don't know what she looks like, but there was purple hair found inside the trunk of your car. What color hair does Harley have?
It's whitish pink.
Kind of a purplish color to it? Okay.
No, it would just be pink because we bleached the red out of it, or tried to.
Okay. Well, let me say this. There's hair in the trunk of that car that is consistent with Harley's hair. Now, that hair has not been tested by a forensic scientist to determine that that is, in fact, Harley's hair. I'm just saying at this point that it's consistent with Harley's hair.
I'm so confused, Harley.
You're confused. I'm trying to figure out how Harley's hair got inside that trunk if she's never been back there.
I'm trying to figure out how the fuck there's blood on a knife that I keep on me. I really don't know.
So you're with Harley all weekend?
Well, literally.
Literally with her all weekend. Inseparable, as you just said. And she's got a knife. There's a knife in that car that you held earlier that day when you thought about cutting a hose. That's got her blood on it. You tell me she doesn't inflict self-harm upon herself.
No, I've never seen.
You told me she's never cut herself. That's broke the skin with that knife. So we got a big problem in trying to figure out how that blood got on that knife.
So confused. Forensics, huh?
Forensics.
I'm confused, though. Like, I'm not admitting to shit if that's what people want.
No, you know how forensic works. I mean, if we happen to...
If you have your fingerprints with someone else's blood,
yeah,
that.
I mean...
And I get this, though, but, like...
You're like, for example, your DNA is all over this table right now. It's all over the floor behind you.
My blood is all over... Well, now it's one hand, two hands, but my blood was literally covering me. Are we sure it's Harley?
How'd you get that blood all over your hands?
I tried to literally break out of the windshield and the window.
Okay.
Until I realized I could just roll down the window and hop out.
Well, you didn't hold the knife after that, did you?
I might have been in fear of the people that were walking up to me. I'm not used to bigger people.
So after the accident, there was people walking up to you, and you may have grabbed the knife, which may explain how there's blood on the knife? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Because
Okay.
my hands were like gushing when I first came into the hospital.
No, I understand. I can tell that your hands are bleeding pretty good just by what I see here.
I wanted out.
What's that?
I wanted out of that car. I was smoking, and I didn't know where I couldn't find her.
Did you handle that knife after the collision?
Yeah, 'cause my first thought was horrible.
What was your first thought?
She's gone, so why not?
So why not what?
Why not follow, but not in the same way?
Tiberius, you're taking the shotgun approach again. So,
well, I'm just
just listen to me for a second here, Tiberius. You've given me two alternate explanations as to why you would have handled that knife after the collision. The first response was, I handled that knife because I had big people coming at me, and I get scared when big people are coming at me. Now we've got an alternate reason, which is you considered harming yourself with that knife.
So I wanted to be in the hospital. I felt a lot better after that.
Which one of those two scenarios is the truth, if either of them? Because they can't both be true. You grabbed that knife for a reason. If you did.
I have a question. Do you guys do triple threat interrogations all the time?
Triple threat? What do you mean triple threat?
There was two of them at the hospital asking me similar questions. Are you the main detective?
So the reason you're now here is I administer a lie detector test. So
Run it.
Sometimes, hold on. Sometimes we get to a point where we need to do a lie detector test.
I'm
and
scared.
No, nobody's going to be scared.
My fingerprints are on a knife that has her blood on it, or you don't know?
Well, there's blood on it.
Okay, so please be more cautious with your words, because I will absolutely lose it if her blood's on that knife, because I have no fucking clue. My blood, definitely. My hands are bloody.
I know your hands are bloody. And if you handled the knife after the collision, if you're sure you did...
There wasn't any blood on the grass or on the seats, so it couldn't have been her. Purple hair in the back of the car. I'm sorry, I don't mean to jump around, but, like, there shouldn't.
Let's work through one issue at a time. Okay, let's go back to the knife and work on that issue. How confident are you that you handled that knife after the collision?
Pretty confident. Be the only amount of blood I could think of, because she was not bleeding. Was she?
I didn't see her.
Oh. Well, when I tried to walk over there, it did not look like her wrists or her body was bleeding.
You described what kind of knife was that you were holding?
It was almost like a straight razor. Those things in barbershops they used to shave your face with.
Okay.
Black handle.
Did it fold?
Yes.
Okay.
A little black knob on the knob on the back you could use your finger with and it'll slide open.
Okay. Any type of knife in there with a wooden handle?
Like a scythe type looking thingy?
Sure.
Yeah, that's Wolfie's.
Okay.
That wasn't supposed to be with us. Why?
You say Wolfie's.
Wolfie, he's our I don't know how to explain this type of shit to the officers. He's our partner in our relationship. He was her first boyfriend before she came to me. Before Angel.
Wolfie is a former boyfriend of
hers and mine technically, because we're in an open relationship. She does what she wants.
Okay.
I don't judge her for that.
Okay. So Harley and Wolfie are still seeing each other?
Yeah. Sure. As far as Wolfie knows, yeah. I haven't been able to do anything because I've been stopped. I was trying to go home, and no one knows anything.
I'm not asking as far as Wolfie knows. I'm asking as far as you know. Are Harley and Wolfie currently engaged in a relationship?
Yeah.
As well? Okay.
They talk all the time on the phone.
When's the last time they've been together in person?
We're together in person before we left. So, before Friday.
Okay.
We're usually, actually, all three of us are usually together in one bedroom.
They haven't, okay. So, Harley and Wolfie, does Wolfie have a real name?
Yeah.
It's not Wolfie, is it?
It's actually, it is, and it's Damon Wolf Kinnison.
Damon Wolf Kinnison? Is that like Sam Kinnison? I-S-O-N? Okay. Okay, so Harley has not seen Wolfie since you guys left Vancouver and went up north. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And this wooden handled...
It's like a sickle.
Sickle thing that I'm talking about.
Okay, right.
That belonged to...
Well, hold on. It belonged to Angel. I took it from Angel because I felt like as far as abusive people go, you can only go so far with things before you might actually snap and you cut someone or something. So I took it from him and gave it to Wolfie. I didn't remember that I put it in that backpack. But it's not supposed to be with us because that fucker is really sharp. And I've sharpened it myself because I just wanted to go out in the field and use it. I like being random.
When's the last time you handled that thing?
Before we left.
Before you left?
It was on the bed at my friend Bubba's house.
And when you handled it, what purpose did you handle it for?
Because honestly, I have kid moments and it looks cool. Not gonna lie.
You have kid moments and it looks cool?
Yeah.
Fair
not gonna lie. Yeah. It's a hand sickle. It could look like the hand slingy slasher or something. I don't know.
Okay. And where did you leave that?
I personally could have put it in the backpack because that wasn't the backpack we usually carry with us. That was usually our storage bag in the house. That could be my fault.
The backpack that you think you put it in, did that
the black backpack.
Did that black backpack go in the Honda Civic?
In the trunk.
It went in the trunk of the Honda Civic? Okay. And so when you put that in the backpack, was that yesterday or the day before, or when was that?
I want to say it'd be the day before.
Okay.
Because I always come prepared. But at the same time, what's out of sight, out of mind, don't use. But I always come prepared. So I could have honestly put it in there, but I could have swore I also left it on my fucking bed.
Okay.
Do you really have a picture with blood on that knife?
Well, I'll get to that in a second here. I'm just trying to understand where this knife came from, where it went.
That's what I really want to know, where it went.
Yeah, well, how it got to where it got.
I was saying it disappeared after you guys. I would have flipped. I was like,
no. This wooden handle sickle, as you call it, or whatever you want to call it.
And it's for cornfields.
Okay, you last touched that a couple days ago, when you were putting it in a backpack.
Before we left. So like Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, those days of last week.
You didn't touch it at all while you were up north.
No. I didn't even know it was in a backpack.
Last time you handled that, you were in Vancouver.
Did and didn't. Out of sight, out of mind. I put it in there at the bottom because, well, no one's going to use it because Wolfie's going through some depressing shit. He's thinking he's about to go through something, so I took it. I've heard things from his mouth, so I take objects.
You haven't handled that?
Since then, yes.
Since you left Vancouver?
Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay. And just so we make sure we're talking about the same one here.
Okay, hold on. Handle's about like this big. About, right? Don't we want to look, and like the blade would be about like this curved, right?
Looks like one of these things here.
Hand sickle. Is that really blood on there? I'm having a really hard time in between Kool-Aid and blood. I'm sorry.
Is this?
I've seen a lot.
Is this the same knife that we're talking about here?
Yeah, small handle about like this big, and a blade that curves like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that this is exactly what
that was
you're talking about.
Or was that in the backpack?
I'm not sure.
It was in the car.
Like I told you, I wasn't there at the scene.
I'm so fucking confused. What the fuck is going on? You know, she made a comment maybe we don't know Wolfie like we think we do. So Wolfie has been changing. He's been I wouldn't say he's more aggressive. He's more shut down and not he's not himself. So I was wondering, and now that I see this, I'm wondering if it's a cover story. So I don't know anyone else in my life that would really use those. In spite of anyone else. And I also haven't heard talk of anyone else's exes either.
Okay. But you can say that you brought this particular knife here in this photo with you up north when you guys left Vancouver.
Because for me it looks cool.
Okay.
I like it.
It's pretty cool looking, I agree.
Thank you. Is
Yeah.
that really blood though?
But here's the issue. If you put that in the backpack before you left, and this wasn't found in the backpack, somehow it got out of the backpack.
I'm scared. I can feel it. I wish I could talk to her.
If this was in the car, not in the backpack, how does it get outside the backpack?
It doesn't look like blood though. It looks like paint. Oh, the little pink dot looks like paint.
Okay. And that'll all be tested, and we'll know soon enough. But I'm just trying to figure out, regardless of whether that's blood or paint, I'm trying to figure out how that got out of the backpack.
I dig through the backpack for munchies and shit, 'cause that's where she puts them.
Okay. So did you take it out?
I could have, honestly.
You could have?
Yeah, because I go through her backpack because I'm curious at points. Because females keep cool shit in their backpacks.
That black backpack is her backpack?
It's her backpack, our stuff.
Okay.
So it could be a 50-50 or whatever you find in there. Could be mine and or hers.
Okay. A combination of both your guys' stuff in that black backpack.
So I guess you could say everything in there is ours.
Okay. The backpack itself belongs to her, but both of you guys have your stuff inside of it. You packed this nice-looking thing in there.
It's fucking cool. I feel like a kid 9 times out of 10 with that thing. But
okay. And right now you're obviously not sure if that's blood or paint. Did it have blood or paint on it before you packed it in the backpack?
that's blood. The bottom looks like blood. That I can tell you.
Well,
the top actually looks like the marker we have at home. You know those chalk markers?
I've seen those markers.
The paint pens?
Yeah, I know exactly
that's what that
about.
red dot looks like. The bottom, though, I don't know. It looks like blood. And it's freaking my PTSD out.
Well, remember the question I asked you was, did it look like that when you packed it in the backpack?
I honestly could not tell you after today's events.
Don't you think if you're packing that inside of a backpack, you would have noticed
Yeah,
that amount
I would have also noticed if there was blood on it. But considering how much blood I have seen today, I honestly would not be able to tell you as of right now.
Okay.
If that had blood on it or not. Because if it did, then I usually don't hold weapons that have blood on them.
Okay.
The last thing I got was a machete that was covered in it, and I sold that shit with a quickness.
If that is in fact blood, would you have noticed that before you packed it in the backpack before you left Vancouver?
I honestly, if it was blood, I would have cleaned it. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I would have used bleach water.
So then if you would have cleaned that, if it was blood, prior to putting it in the backpack with bleach water, then it's just safe to say that this blood didn't get on here until sometime later, after that? After it was packed in the backpack? Fair enough? Okay.
Do you have a picture of the other knife?
I don't, not at this moment. So, and if that does come back to blood, the next question is going to be, how does it get on there? Because it wasn't on there when you put it in the backpack.
So confused. The only person I could really ask about that knife would be Wolfie, and I can't ask anything until that happens.
Well, Wolfie hasn't had this knife since you packed in the backpack.
I know, but Wolfie's also the one that would know. He pays attention more. I wish I had his fucking...
Wolfie's not going to know how that...
No, Wolfie can tell me if that's blood or not because Wolfie's family deals with that.
Okay.
I only know certain things that I would use personally.
But when you packed this in the backpack, it didn't have that on there. Therefore, there's no way for Wolfie to know how it would have got on there because he hasn't seen it since you packed it in the backpack. Do you follow that?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no way Wolfie's going to know how that red substance got on there, whatever it may be.
Okay, question. Do you think that whole handle can fit in the palm of my hand?
It's hard to tell because I don't have a measuring stick next to it. Like, I don't have any frame of reference to know how big that is. You're trying to figure out if that's legal for you to possess?
No, I'm actually trying to figure out because I look at things kind of like this.
Okay.
Alright, and I won't notice things right here, and I do move things like this.
Okay.
I don't notice things personally, not making excuses for whatever is on there, but I don't notice a whole lot of things because I will grab things a certain way, so I don't.
Okay.
I don't have to ask questions. I don't have to know.
I don't have a frame of reference to know how big that is, to be honest with you, and I haven't seen it in person.
It should be about that big and like that. Or, well, actually.
What about just the blade itself?
The blade itself should be, if I'm correct, like that.
Okay. I think that's reasonable based on what I'm seeing here in the picture. And
so I've held that and used it a lot of times just on trees. It's really kind of cool.
It is kind of a cool device.
It's like a ninja assassin tool.
Yeah.
So thank you.
When have you last held that?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. One of those 3 days before we went out to Gay Harbor.
Okay.
So I used to sit there. Yeah, actually, I used to sit there and run down my fingers with it. So there's an old trick you used to do when you run your fingers down and make a circle and then pinch your fingers. One of them hurts more. That's what that kind of does.
Okay. Let's say that is blood on there. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, it is blood.
Okay.
Whose blood would you expect that to be?
If she was depressed enough and she didn't talk, I would say it would be hers.
Well, how would she have done that?
She doesn't tell me everything.
Well, you're with her
24/7, but
you're with 24/7. You guys engage in sexual intercourse, which involves removing of clothes. So I would expect that you would probably have seen fresh cuts on her that would produce.
So I'm saying the only fresh cut that she has on her is from me, and that's because I wanted to see how sharp a knife was, and she was into it.
Where's that cut at?
Right here.
Okay.
This one that's, I think, on her damaged tattoo. Or
Okay.
the other side. I'm not sure, but there's a very faint purple and tan mark right here on her arm. Yeah, that would be from me. That one I'll take account for.
Okay.
But that didn't draw blood. That would be pretty much like this.
Okay. If you ever put a knife to her that did draw blood? No, not even if she wanted it?
No,
gratification?
the marks on her back are from my nails, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How about any marks on her front?
Besides teeth marks and the ones that I have, not that I know of.
The ones that you have, what do you mean?
My hickeys and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know if they're still there or not. But
what about any marks that she would have, below her neck on her front?
Below her neck? No.
No.
No, that's usually the spot I put my face at to calm down.
Just where you put your face to calm down?
Just right here usually.
Okay.
So all over here, because you could kind of feel the heartbeat or hear it.
Okay.
Is there some more that you guys know that I don't?
There is.
I need to know something.
There is, and we're looking at this thinking that this could be blood. And she has a wound on her chest that's consistent with this blade. I'm waiting for you to tell me how that could happen.
I don't know.
Well, you can see there's blood on here, okay?
That's what I said. The bottom can be. The top looks like a paint
Okay, well, let's just say this is blood here on the bottom, okay? Let's just say it is. Then we'll take it a step further and say it's hers. If this is her blood down here, I would say this probably isn't paint up here on the handle.
I thought the light red stuff, because
right.
I haven't seen blood look
I understand it looks different up above and down below, but if we find out that this is blood down here on the blade, I think it's safe to say that this red stuff on the wooden handle is probably also blood, if we have blood down here. If you have marker down here, I would expect this to be marker up here on the handle. Okay, but if this is blood, then that's probably going to be blood.
Good question.
Would you agree with that?
Yes. Question. Since all of this is hitting the fan, the only person that y'all are looking at is me, right?
You're the only person in the room to look at, yeah.
No, I thought I'd ask.
Look at him. Yeah.
Well, no, I thought I'd ask just blatantly because that knife's been around a lot of people in general, and the only person that I could think of you guys are going to not try to fuck by yourselves, but the court is me. And I'm really not trying to have another felony or even a murder charge.
Okay. I'm not trying to fuck anybody, first of all.
I know, that's why I said not you in general.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find the truth.
Okay.
Okay.
I get that. I really don't know. I have never known anything about her doing anything.
Well, you
like
said
that.
you've watched CSI, and you've watched forensic stuff, and you know a little bit about this stuff. Well, let me explain to you a little bit more. This is going to be blood up here. This is going to be blood up here on the handle.
Blood drips.
And if that's her blood, and then your DNA is on top of that blood, that means you held this knife after her blood got on there.
But I've also held it before.
Right. You've held it before, and that's fine.
Skin particles would leak into the wood, wouldn't they, oil? So
Yeah,
they'd be there over time?
If you've held that, yeah, your DNA is
Okay.
going to be on that.
Regardless.
But it could be on there above and below the blood.
Wouldn't there be a timestamp?
If it's mixed in with the blood, your DNA,
Mm-hmm.
that means you held this knife after she bled on it.
Okay. Isn't there a timestamp on skin particles or cells inside the wood that you guys can look at?
There's no timestamp on any
Not
cell
timestamp,
particles
but-
inside the wood. No.
All right. Sorry, because some people can tell the time of death by just blood stains.
Okay. Did you hold this thing today?
No. I have not held that knife today.
Okay.
I held the black one. That one I'll admit to.
Okay. Did you plunge this thing into her chest today?
No. I love Harley. Why would you say that to me?
I'm just asking.
I'm sorry.
Because I told you she has an incision on her chest that's consistent with this thing, and this thing looks like it might have blood on it.
So they tried, and now I'm going to be trying.
If I gave you a lie detector test,
Run it right now.
and I asked you, did you stab Harley in the chest?
Run it right now, and if I don't, send me to prison.
If you don't what?
If it comes out and that I did, send me to prison.
Okay. You're confident you would pass that?
Yeah.
I'm not going to shake your hand because you're bleeding, if that's what you're looking for. Well, you've had blood on there.
But yeah, let's go.
Okay. You're willing to take a lie detector
Yeah.
test? Okay. I appreciate that.
I'm willing to go to prison for this type of shit that's not my fault. I am so fucking scared.
Look, nobody wants you to go to prison for something that's not your fault.
I know. I'm
We
little
do
at heart.
want the truth, though.
I know you guys want the truth. I want the truth on why there's a hole in my girl, or a cut, or a slot, or something. Because the only thing I could really generally think of right now is people that walked up and I couldn't find her.
Okay.
She was not in the car and she was not in the dirt.
Okay. Let me go through what we know so far. Okay. We know that this thing was put in a backpack in Vancouver without all this red stuff on it.
Yes.
We know that this thing wasn't handled by anybody else in the meantime, while you guys were up north at Kaylee's house.
Yes.
We know that she has a mark on her chest that's consistent with a stab wound with this very knife. Okay. We know there's a substance that appears to be blood on here. We don't know for certainty yet whether that's, we'll know soon enough whether that's Harley's blood or not. We'll know in due time. If you're the only person that's handled this knife in the past few days, and Harley's blood is on here, and we can, in forensics, proves that the hole in her chest was caused by this knife, you understand the problems that we're having.
Yeah, extend lie detectors aren't admissible in court.
Forensic evidence is, though.
Yes. And that the only saving grace that I would have is the lie detector test, but it can't be used in court.
You're right.
No,
Lie detector.
I would have my charge right now if a lie detector test were to work in court. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, you're smart. You know a lie detector test can't be shown in court.
But a written notice can be to the judge.
Absolutely. Statements are admissible. So is forensic evidence. And this is what we're going to be facing right now, is we're going to be facing forensic evidence. And if that forensic evidence shows that this is Harley's blood, and your DNA is on this knife, and nobody else has touched it in the meantime, how else can we explain how that blood got on there?
I haven't touched that today, period. I'm so confused.
What we haven't done yet is we haven't had a forensic scientist examine this blade and examine the hole in her chest to say, oh yes, this is a perfect fit. The hole in her chest was absolutely caused by this.
Okay, hold on. Did you say hole in her chest?
Yes.
That's weird. Wolfie had a nightmare about her bleeding from her chest.
Wolfie had a nightmare about her bleeding from her chest?
2 weeks before we went to Tacoma.
Okay. We got another problem, like I talked about earlier, with her hair being in the trunk of the car.
Her hair's not purple.
Okay. And like I said, that hair has not been analyzed by a forensic scientist that says with 100% certainty this is Harley's hair. That hasn't happened yet. But we also got another problem. We've also got blood inside the trunk. So if that blood...
Me.
Okay.
I went through the trunk, like I was telling them, to see if Harley would be accessible through the safety hatch. That's mine.
Okay, so after the collision, you opened up the trunk and started fumbling around?
Because it looked like the easiest way to find my baby. I couldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, just the safety latch, seats go down. She's on the floor. The best thing I could think of is that she's still...
As your hands are badly bleeding from the accident, you're fumbling around the trunk?
Yes.
Fair enough. Okay.
Could that be it too?
What's that?
Could that be it too?
Well, that's why I was asking if you handled this at all after...
Could I have physically handled it? No. Could I have moved it the fuck out of my way? Possibly, to get to Harley. But I am scared that there is blood on a knife.
Okay.
I can tell you that right.
Well, if this blood turns out to be yours, then we're all good.
I know, but like...
That explains it. If this blood turns out to be Harley's, we got some big problems.
I would never hurt my baby. And I know every forensic specialist has heard this and found out to be a lie. I wouldn't have sat there and tried to go after my baby if I hurt her. I'd be sitting there laughing.
Say that again?
I wouldn't be going after my baby to help her if I would have done that. I can tell you that right now. I have a gang member's mentality. I'd be laughing at you. Just to be blatantly honest with you, I'd laugh if I did that.
You'd laugh if you did what?
If I cut someone with that. I could tell you that right now.
You'd find it funny if you cut somebody with that?
If they deserve it, yeah. But just for shits and giggles, no.
Did Harley do anything to deserve it?
No, she loved me.
Sometimes people deserve it. I'll be honest with you.
A lot of people deserve a lot of things. It doesn't mean that I do it to them.
No, yeah, I know. But no, there's
You're really good at psychology, my friend.
I'm not into psychology. I'm just saying there is justification for using lethal force on people. Cops do it all the time, right?
Black people.
Well,
not that I don't like them, but you know.
We're not going to get into that, but yeah, sometimes you're justified for stabbing somebody.
I'd rather stab myself than Harley, though. She's been through enough. Like her ex, I really do want to stab him. I can be blatantly honest with you right now. Would I do it if I saw him? No, I'd probably beat him into the concrete for all the damage he's done.
Okay. So you have reason to stab him in his chest. You're not going to, but you have reason to.
No, I have reason to.
Did you have reason to stab Harley in her chest?
No. I have no reason, period.
Okay.
I am really scared, though, because, like, as I said, I got out of the window, hopped over, looked, because I thought first, well, I'm flipped over. Where the fuck's my baby? So I went back in the car, through the window, dove in, looked at the floor, couldn't find my baby. Looked out near the door, couldn't find my baby. The dudes walked through that front of the car where I was, straight through that trail, and didn't say she was there. They walk up the mountain, and the paramedics and everyone else comes, and she's there. What else do I have to believe right now?
How much digging around in the trunk did you do?
How much what? Digging around enough to move everything out my way so I can at least push it forward.
Okay.
And the latch I don't think locks.
Okay.
So.
Do you remember if this thing was loosely in the back of the trunk or anywhere? Did you mess with this at all after the collision that you know of?
Could have moved it because I take things out of the backpack and don't put them back.
Okay.
To tell you the truth, yeah, I am not an organized person. That's why I called it her backpack. If it's hers, I'll keep it organized. But if it's not, I won't. Some things that are in there I won't either. I'll just throw them. So.
Okay.
I can say probably, well, aging in blood here. Where you at, bitch? So I had a giant fucking splat of blood on her somewhere.
Were you bleeding anywhere else other than your hands?
Right here. But it's just a contusion.
Okay.
I think they said, or a blemish, whatever a bump with the little scar tissue is.
Contusion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're gonna go through a speedy process to get this blood analyzed on this knife here. Do you expect that to be your knife or her? I'm sorry. Do you expect that to be your blood or her blood on that knife?
I'm even scared to give you an answer because depression hits people, and I wouldn't be able to know. It'd be too late. Especially with something like that.
Depression hits people. What are you saying?
Depression hits people. She can become unglued. Anyone can become unglued at a moment's notice, and something that sharp and deadly wouldn't take even but a second.
Are you suggesting that she could have plunged this into her own chest and you not know about it while you're sitting there driving the vehicle?
No, because I would have heard a squeal. I'm just thinking.
I think so. I think you would have too.
Okay, exactly. I'm trying to think of possibilities here besides either me or her. Like I said, though, the only clueless factor that I have right now that sounds really weird are the people in orange sweatshirts that showed up. I'm not going to point fingers because the trunk wasn't even open when they were there. At the same time, though, I don't know how latched my hood was after the car crash. But I did have to open it myself to get to the trunk, so I doubt anyone else's blood could be on there besides mine.
Do you get any cuts in the front of your hands or are they all the back? Let me see the palms of your hands. Okay. Looks like it's all knuckle area.
I literally sat there like this with her ring on and yelling, "Harley, you need to wake up, this car is burning," as I beat the shit out of the window. Like I had nothing else to do. And then I realized that the car is on and my window rolled down because that's not the one that's broken.
I'm a person on my board, and I told you earlier that I'd give you a cigarette break. Let me go check and see if I can figure out where I put those cigarettes, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tiberius Veazie was arrested in June 2020 on suspicion of vehicular homicide in connection with the Cowlitz County, Washington crash that resulted in the death of Faith S. Ortega. No publicly available verified court records or investigative reports confirm the formal filing of charges, any subsequent conviction or plea, a verdict date, final sentence, community custody or parole eligibility, or Veazie's current custodial status as of the most recent searchable information.